You know that feeling
Yeah.
when you're just stuck, waiting, waiting for that email, that message, that thing to finally land.
Oh, absolutely. That limbo state.
Yeah. It feels like you're constantly chasing after something, and honestly, it's exhausting. You feel like you're getting nowhere fast.
Mm-hmm. That feeling of wanting control, wanting answers now is, well, it's completely human. We crave certainty.
Right. And that's what really grabbed me about this whole concept. I don't chase, I attract.
Ah, yes.
Now, it sounds a bit passive at first, maybe, like just sitting back. But that's not it at all, is it?
Not at all. It's actually a very active shift. It's about where you channel your energy, not outward in desperation, but inward.
Okay, so that's our mission for this deep dive then. We
Mm.
want to unpack this idea, figure out how it actually works in like real life.
Exactly. We're drawing inspiration from a really insightful discussion, actually, on the Learn English podcast. They framed it as a kind of healing concept.
Mm.
Our goal is to see how this shift can maybe help you feel less anxious, more empowered, especially when things feel uncertain.
Okay, let's start with the flip side then. The problem with chasing. Why is constantly going after things so problematic?
Well, think about it. When you're always chasing, your happiness, your sense of okayness, it kind of gets tied to getting that thing, that job, that text back, whatever it is.
Yeah.
And that external focus,
Yeah.
it ramps up the anxiety. You mentioned waiting for a message. Think about constantly checking your phone.
Ugh, don't remind me. The phone chucking obsession, every buzz makes your heart jump, right?
Exactly. And often it's nothing or not what you hoped for. That cycle of anticipation and potential letdown, it just breeds unease. You're basically handing over your emotional remote control.
Totally. So if chasing is the problem, what's the solution? The source mentions the power of letting go. That sounds scary, like giving up.
Right, and that's a common misconception. It's really important to clarify this. Letting go here isn't about resignation. It's not throwing your hands up.
Okay, so what is it then?
It's more about releasing your tight grip on the exact how and the exact when, trusting that things have a way of working out, even if it's not on your preferred schedule.
Trusting the timing. Okay, I can sort of see that. But what do you do while you're letting go? You can't just like meditate 24/7 or
Definitely not. It's about redirecting that energy.
Right.
So instead of obsessively refreshing your job search page,
Yeah.
maybe you learn a new skill, something that actually boosts your profile for when the right thing does come along.
Ah, okay. Proactive waiting.
Kind of. Or while waiting for that message, maybe you actually engage with your life. Read a book you've been meaning to, catch up with a friend, go for a walk, things that fill your cup.
So you focus on what you can control, which is yourself and your actions right now, instead of agonizing over the outcome you can't control.
Precisely. And the interesting thing is when you do that, when you're not radiating that needy, anxious energy,
Yeah.
sometimes new, unexpected doors open. You're more present, more capable.
Which leads perfectly into this idea of self-growth as the magnet. I love that imagery. How does working on yourself actually pull good things towards you?
Well, think about it from the other side. Who are you more drawn to? Someone who seems desperate and constantly seeking validation? Or someone who seems, confident, skilled, interesting in their own right?
Definitely the second one.
Right. So when you focus on your own development, learning, growing, becoming more resilient, more communicative, kinder, you naturally become that more attractive person. Not just romantically, but in like all areas. Opportunities, friendships.
So instead of chasing the perfect job, you focus on becoming the kind of candidate that great jobs look for.
Exactly. It's about building that strong foundation within yourself. The source gave good examples, like for careers, maybe taking a course or reading books in your field, not just applying, but becoming more valuable.
Or for communication, maybe joining Toastmasters or just practicing conversations. Becoming a better communicator opens doors everywhere.
It really does. And relationships. It's less about finding the right person and more about being the right person.
Mm.
Focusing on being understanding, kind, you tend to attract similar energy back.
That makes a lot of sense. It all comes back to you. Which brings us to mindset, doesn't it?
Absolutely. Mindset is huge here. It's like the filter through which you see everything.
Yeah, the classic glass half empty or half full thing.
Yep.
But it goes deeper, right?
Much deeper. A negative mindset, one that's always looking for problems or expecting the worst, can genuinely repel good experiences.
That's
You might miss opportunities because you're just not open to seeing them. It can become a self-fulfilling prophecy.
like you're wearing negativity goggles.
Sort of, yeah. Whereas a positive attitude, even just a neutral, open attitude, makes you more receptive. Think about starting a project. If you hit a snag, does your mind go straight to, this is impossible, I should quit?
Sometimes, yeah.
Or does it go to, okay, hiccup, what can I learn here? What's the next small step? That second approach keeps you moving, keeps possibilities alive.
And other people pick up on that energy too, don't they?
Totally. People generally prefer helping and collaborating with someone who has a can-do, positive vibe. It literally opens doors.
So how do you cultivate that, especially when things feel genuinely tough?
Well, the source mentioned a really simple practical technique: gratitude.
Ah, the gratitude journal. Write down 3 things each day.
Yeah, even tiny things. Your coffee tasted good, you had a nice chat with someone, the sun was shining. It sounds almost trivial, maybe,
A little bit, yeah.
but doing it consistently, it trains your brain. It shifts your focus, even subtly, from what's wrong or missing to what's actually okay, what's good. It makes you more aware of the positive, more open.
Okay, I can see how that could build up over time. But look, even with the best mindset, focusing on growth, life happens. Things don't go to plan. Disappointment is real.
Absolutely. And that's where trusting the process comes in. This one can be really hard.
Tell me about it. What does it really mean? It's not just wishful thinking, is it?
No, it's not about pretending everything's perfect. It's about acknowledging the disappointment, feeling it, but also holding on to a kind of underlying faith, a belief that even if this specific thing didn't work out, the overall journey is still heading somewhere worthwhile.
Like that example of not getting the job you thought you wanted.
Right. And then maybe months later, something way better comes along that you wouldn't have even been open to if you'd gotten the first one. It's like seeing rejection as redirection sometimes. Hard in the moment, but clear in hindsight often.
Yeah, hindsight's always 20/20, isn't it?
It is. And this is key for, say, recent graduates. There's so much pressure, right? Find the perfect job now.
Oh, huge pressure.
And the advice there was so good. Don't just take any job out of panic or discomfort. Remember your value. You are looking for a job, not begging for one. That's powerful.
It really is. Knowing your worth, which connects directly to the next point. Knowing your values and setting boundaries. How does that fit into attracting, not chasing?
Well, your values are like your non-negotiables.
Yeah.
What truly matters to you: honesty, creativity, work-life balance. When you're clear on those.
You stop chasing things that don't actually align with them.
Exactly. You don't waste energy going after shiny objects that would ultimately make you unhappy because they violate your core principles. It saves you so much trouble down the line.
Okay, makes sense. And boundaries. That's the action part.
Precisely. Boundaries are how you protect your values, your energy, your time. Saying no to things that aren't right for you, maybe extra work that isn't your job, or draining friendships, or even ending relationships that are fundamentally misaligned.
It sounds tough, but it's really about self-respect, isn't it?
It is. It's saying, my well-being matters. And when you respect yourself like that, you naturally attract people and situations that also respect you. It connects back to career stuff, too. Having the confidence to turn down an offer that feels wrong, trusting something better will come because you know your worth.
This all flows together so well, which brings us to the final piece. Living with intentions, not expectations. What's the difference there? It sounds subtle.
It is subtle but crucial. Think of intentions as your desired direction of travel, like, my intention is to be healthier. It's flexible. Expectations are more like a fixed destination. I expect to lose 10 pounds by June 1st. Very specific, very rigid.
Ah, okay. And the problem with expectations is?
They set you up for disappointment. Life rarely unfolds exactly as planned. If you're rigidly attached to one specific outcome, anything else feels like failure.
Right. So if my intention is health, I can focus on eating well today, going for a walk. I control those actions. Whether the scale shows a specific number tomorrow is less the point than the direction I'm heading.
Precisely. Intentions keep you focused on the process, on what you can do, and allow you to adapt.
Yeah.
In relationships, maybe your intention is to be a loving and supportive partner.
Rather than expecting your partner to react in one specific way all the time.
Exactly. That expectation leads to frustration. The intention focuses on your contribution, your way of being, which you can control. It allows you to enjoy the journey without being crushed if the scenery doesn't match your exact mental picture.
Okay, wow. So wrapping this all up, I don't chase, I attract isn't just a mantra. It's a whole way of operating.
It really is. It's shifting your focus from frantic outward pursuit to intentional inward cultivation, self-growth, mindset, values, intentions.
And the core idea, the takeaway, is that when you focus on becoming, the best version of yourself, the things that are truly meant for you, the opportunities, the people, the experiences, they tend to find their way to you.
That's the essence of it. It's about trust. Trusting yourself, trusting the process.
Yeah.
When you're aligned and growing, you become magnetic.
So, a final thought for you listening. Where in your life right now does it feel like you're chasing? Just pick one area. And then maybe ask yourself, what would it look like to shift that energy inward towards growth in that area? What's just one small intention, not a rigid expectation, just a direction you could set for yourself today to move forward with a sense of purpose, but also with openness to how things might unfold? Something to think about.